Dr. Tamara Harville here to talk to you about immediate recall, a skill in active reading. So in immediate recall, there's a process. You don't just read for pleasure from beginning to end like you would a novel or something along that line. With academic reading, there's a process where you read, but then you stop and concentrate on what it was you just read. Try to remember as much as you can and write it, because when you write things down, you're more apt to remember it. With immediate recall, you're going to focus on general understanding, not every single word and every single detail. Now, of course, if it's like medical terminology, you do want to memorize that. But for general understanding, you don't want to memorize every word. It'll overwhelm you. So read a section and then stop. Don't just read the whole chapter. Stop. Close your book or set it aside and then write as much as you can remember. This will help you keep focus so that you can remember what it is that you're trying to read, what you're trying to remember. So practice makes perfect. We have a little fun game here. Ready? You have exactly 10 seconds to memorize as many of these images as you possibly can. 3, 2, 1. What do you immediately recall? What animals do you remember? What tools? Food? Vehicles? Or just random things? What do you remember? You can jot this down on a piece of paper or just hang on. Okay. So, how many items did you remember? Were they bold or regular sketches? Did you have more in one category than you did in the others? And why do you think it was that category? Could have been food had more than anything because you're hungry, or animals because you love animals, or tools because you deal with tools every day. So let's go back a second. Look at these. Some are bolded, some are not. There's randoms, there's toilet, animals, right? Tools, just which ones did you remember? Were they on the outside? Were they bolded or regular? What does this have to do with reading? Well, you can stop and do this with your readings. You can do it with every paragraph. Of course, some of the paragraphs are short. It could be a section. Usually in academic textbooks, we have section headers that are bolded or something. So you can do it after every section, after every page, every chapter. You can write down the chapter questions and then try to answer them after each section. Stopping and recalling helps you remember it better. So to summarize, with academic reading, if you do immediate recall where you pause and write, you're going to remember it better. Then a few days later, write what you remembered and then compare to what your first immediate recall was. See if you forgot anything. If you do, try to remind yourself about that. And then revisit this again, especially if you're about to take a test on it. This repetition will help you remember more of it. I really hope this was helpful in some way, and here's my contact information. Thank you.